If your pipeline disappears the second you stop posting or prospecting, you don't have a lead problem. You have a hustle problem. Hustling is in your mind. It shouldn't always be a grind and difficult. It should be a grind, but it should easier. Today, I'm going to break down how to make a predictable B2B lead engine from scratch. So if you're a sales rep, business owner, or you're in the B2B community, listen up, stay to the end. There's going to be a ton of value dropped in this video. Stay focused. I'm going to go over the steps that you need to build yourself a lead engine to get you off the marketing Ferris wheel. So there's a lot of companies that make a really huge mistake, and that is they rely solely on one avenue of marketing. You guys know who you know who you are. If you have to have Facebook ads running, if you have to have LinkedIn ads, or if you have direct mail, or whatever way you generate business, if the second that turns off, you lose all your business. You have a hustle problem. You are just grinding and you're using marketing arbitrage. I spend $100,000 marketing. I make $1 million in sales. As soon as I stop spending marketing, I lose everything. Stop doing that with this process. Just think about it a little bit differently. We're going to build you a lead engine. So one of the things that happens is there's no system to that. It's just put money in, try to make as much money as we can. It's just very hand to mouth. You're almost like you're living paycheck to paycheck in a business world. That's not ideal. So what does a lead engine do? How does that work? So a lead engine is based off trust, consistency, and repetition. So the first thing you have to do is you have to create awareness with your client. You can do that with YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, SEO, direct mail, sales reps, direct reach out, however you want to do that. Create your awareness. Just because you created awareness doesn't mean you've done anything else other than that step. That's just the base. The next thing, you have to educate your clients and educate your prospect. Even if they're not clients today or tomorrow, they might be in 6 months, they might be in a year, they might be in 5 years when they have a problem with whatever it is you were talking about in your education. That's why I highly recommend having a YouTube channel, having social media, having webinars, have content on your site so that even if they're not buying from you, they're learning something from you. And somebody might learn something from you today, and the next thing you know, they refer someone else to you. You got $1 million client and you didn't even have to pay for that. The next thing is engagement with intent. Lead magnets, surveys, free audits, giveaways, free help, free service. These are all huge things that don't actually cost you money unless you're pumping money into them. What do I mean by that? You can market a free service. You can market a bunch of free stuff. You use that to collect your leads. If the second you turn that off, you are not posting and you're not consistent enough to make it without all the marketing. Because what will happen, and this is why I made this video, is if you use one type of ad, say on Facebook, and this is the biggest one I see a lot, Facebook, or they use Google Pay, or they pay-per-click, or they use SEO. They use one funnel of marketing. And the second that the funnel slows down, doesn't work, or gets competitive, because it's going to change. The algorithm's going to change. Meta's going to change. Google's going to change. Whatever, your customer is going to change. The second that becomes less effective, you're losing money. How do we combat that? With the previous things I just said. You have to have engagement. Collect their intent through intrigue, curiosity, knowledge, applications, free value. What can they get from them? Remember, they're self-serving. They're your clients. They are more interested in what's in it for. I have a client right now that does B2B. They do a free webinar and they don't hardly spend any money on it. When they do spend money on it, they get even more leads. But if you turned all the money off, they would still be getting leads from this free webinar. You have to have an avenue that spreads you out, because marketing is a game of everything. That's where your leads come from. Where are you going? Where are you located? And when I say that, think of it like omnipresence. When someone looks up your thing, your service, your product, do you come up? If they just Googled it, not with an ad, not with that, just if they said, hey, I'm looking for a fancy watch, or hey, I'm looking to buy new clothes, or I'm looking for a new accountant, or I'm looking for a dentist. I'm looking for safety software. Do you come up? Do you have information? Can you educate them right from your site? It doesn't cost them anything but their time. And the last thing, how do you handle the conversions? Why your lead magnet fails is a lot of people do the first couple of things. They engage their client, they freely educate them, they do all this, but then they don't ever follow up with them and ask them, hey, did you like the content? Did you have any questions? Would you want to deep dive in on one of the topics? especially if you have an active, good website, which you should have. If someone comes to your webpage, you should be able to be notified of that. Like, oh, hey, we saw Nick looked at our page. He clicked on page 5. He was really interested in whatever. Follow up with that person. Have a sales rep, have an AI agent, have somebody send them an email or a call and say, hey, did you like the content? Is there any way we could improve it? Did you have any questions? I'd love to schedule a call with you and answer any of those questions and see if our service would be a fit for you. It's my assistant, Bob, holding the microphone, a bump in there. The conversion factor is so important in your lead engine because if you're not having to spend a ton of money on your leads, that means that's great, but that means every lead that comes in is precious. Specifically, the leads that have no cost, they're freebies. Every one that converts to a sale that you didn't pay for has so much ROI. It's crazy. Follow up with those people. Stay in contact. Stay in context. How they know you, why they know you, and why you're talking. So that brings me to the last part of what I was saying is about trust and repetition. If every time you do that, you produce a free piece of content, you post something free, you do a free giveaway, and you take it seriously, not just, oh, this is just a giveaway, we don't give a shit about. This is a free, like I offer a free quiz that can show you how your business is doing with AI, where you're leaking revenue. It's free. As soon as you do that quiz, I or someone on my team is going to follow up with you. You're going to get an email. Hopefully you gave me your phone number. You're going to get a call and you're going to get a text. You're going to get invite to a video series and to our next call. It's free. But the reason that it matters is because the value it's worth. You have to build the trust. And by building that trust, it's by doing the repetitive tasks. People feel that. They'll know, oh, this person, I know it was a freebie, but they really want to help me. They genuinely care about me. I know that because they followed up. They asked me if I liked it. They asked me if am I doing good with it? Does it make sense for me? Do I have questions? This might not be the right product for them. We may not be able to help them. Maybe we could refer them somewhere else. Build the goodwill through that repetition and you build trust right on top. Trust is the definition in business. The definition of trust is consistency. That's all it is. If you can be consistent, you will build trust in your marketplace. Now, you want to build good consistency, doing the right things. You don't want to be consistently 1 star. But you guys, I'm sure can understand what I'm saying. If you consistently do the right things, you follow up, you take it serious, and you try to help them genuinely, people will love that and people will believe in you. And that's how you build a true lead engine that your business starts rolling on its own because the marketplace responds to that. And then when you put money behind it with the marketing, with however you get your leads, you'll have a way easier time reaching out into new lead avenues. Say if you did really great with pay-per-click, well, that should fuel your beta ads, that should fuel your direct mail, and that will help fuel your sales reps who are doing direct outreach. Direct outreach still works amazingly well, and that will build you the fastest amount of trust because they can talk to a human person. Sounds silly? I do it all the time. If you want to have that consistent pipeline, that referral network, the people that always say, oh, yeah, Man Sales is the go-to, or whatever your company's name is, you have to capture the leads consistently. And then you have to make an engine that's repetitive, builds trust, and shows people that you're there to add that value. Follow up consistently every time. You'll have a lead engine in no time where it's just like, oh, the more money I put in, the more money I get out. No problem. And then if I stop putting money in it by some magical miracle, that me doing hard work consistently and being a great business owner, I'm still getting leads. I'm still making business without having to spend a ton of money. What normally happens is you can't take the spend down to 0, but we want to maximize your ROAS. We want your return on spend. So what I mean by that is, say you're used to spending 10 grand a month and you get 10 leads. You sell 3. What if you could spend 10 grand a month and get 15? That's a huge increase to your business with just a little bit of change in the thought process on how you do it. Keep that in mind because that's how you scale to be huge. Because the little details, the little add-ons, the little multipliers, if it increases 10% each step and you got 10 steps, it's 100+% increase or more, depending on how your math works out. Create a lead engine. Don't create marketing dependency. Comment below if you want my funnel template. I'll go over exactly how I do this step by step. Comment